going to create a brand new sway by clicking on the plus icon on the left hand side. Once Sway opens up, you'll see it's a nice simple interface, and you start off with the title card. To add a title, you simply click your mouse into the text box and give your Sway presentation a title. You can then start populating your Sway with different cards. To access the cards, you click on the plus and you have some various options. Headings, text, image, stack would be a stack of images, and you can upload from your computer. When you go into text, you will be able to select heading or a text box. Media, you'll be able to select an image, a video, audio, you can embed, and you can also upload. And group is when you upload a group of photographs, you can choose to have an automatic layout, grid, comparison, stack, and slideshow. So let's just add some text. I'm going to start with a heading. I've actually prepared some information for my presentation and typed it up in a Word document. So it's nice and easy for me then just to copy and paste so I have a plan in place. I'm now going to add another title by clicking on the plus, heading, and I'm just going to copy this one and then paste it into my heading card. I'd like to add some text underneath, so the plus, this time select the text box, highlight the text I want to use, copy and paste. I've got 3 more areas I'd like to populate my Sway presentation with, but I have saved one that I created earlier. So let's go back to my Sway landing page by clicking on Sway at the top left. And these are all the Sways that I have created previously. I can also click See More to see the full range of Sways I have created. So let's go into the water cycle demo. You will see it's the same as the one I just created with my title, my opening heading statement. I've got some heading cards and text cards with information linked to that heading. And I've got 4 areas. So let's customize my Sway. With my opening title, I can add a background image. So let's just click on Add Background Image. There's built-in machine learning, so the software knows that the title of my presentation is the water cycle, and it's pulled up some information linked to that. But I would like to type in the water cycle at the top to see if I can get some graphics. I could either select my graphic and click Add, or I can simply click, drag and drop, and it pops into the area as a background for my title. I'd also like a picture to go with this statement, but I'd like it to be a standalone picture. So I could hover over and click the plus and image, or again I can simply drag and drop. So I quite like this one, so let's just drag and drop. You can see there's a dark green line appears, and that's where my picture will go. And you can see I can move it anywhere on my presentation. I'm just going to drop it in here. I can also choose if I want my picture to be small, medium or large. It's always best just to trial and error. Try different sizes and then see how it looks, and you can go back in and change it if you have to. You can also see I can type some information in here. I can add bullet points, hyperlinks, etc. So let's add a background picture for each one of my headers. So this time I'm going to go up to the top right search box, and this time I'm going to search for the word sun. You will see that this is already ticked for Creative Commons. So by default, the software will open up Bing Creative Commons, so you're happy to use the search results and upload them online with your presentation. So again, simply drag and drop. Let's go for the next one, where we can find some clouds. Drag and drop. This time I want to look for some rain. Happy with this one. Again, drag and drop. And the last one I want to search for is a C. Click, drag, drop. Okay, so that's how you can add images from Creative Commons. But you have some other options at the top right hand side. When you click on Suggested, there's a drop down menu appears where you can upload content from your OneDrive, Flickr, Bing Creative Commons, we've already just looked at that one, Picket, you can browse YouTube, and you can also upload from your device, possibly if you have something saved on your hard drive. I can also close the box at the right hand side, again to give me more working space. This working space is called your storyline, and it automatically opens up in Storyline. From here you can see that you can add your cards and you can click and reorder the cards if you want, a bit like PowerPoint. So let's just scroll down to the bottom because I'd like to add a video. So I'm just going to click on the bottom area. The green plus appears, and this time I want to go into Media and select Video. Automatically opens up on the right hand side and I can browse Creative Commons videos. It's pulled in my last search, which is the C, so I'm going to change that to the water cycle. I've actually seen this one before. I know it's appropriate, so again I'm just going to click and drag it into my storyline. And I'd like this one to be a medium-sized video. So let's just close the search on the right hand side. Okay, so I have my header with my background image. I have my opening statement with an image that I've set to a medium size. I have a heading with a background image for 4 areas that I'd like to look at in my presentation. But for my text cards, I would like to customize them. So I'd like my text to be slightly larger. I'd also like to highlight it and click Emphasize, just to make it really stand out on the page. And I'm going to do this for the next 3. So make it medium size, highlight, emphasize. So click, medium, highlight, emphasize. And the last one, okay. You'll also see there's an undo button at the top right, and there's also a search. So let's see how that will look. You can always check how your sway is coming together by clicking on play at the top right hand side. This will open up your sway presentation in a browser tab, and this is how it would look if you shared your sway presentation. So this one here is scrolling horizontally, and you can see I've got arrows at the bottom right where I can just flick through the information. Each background image is nice and large, with the information behind each one has been emphasized. And my video is there as well. But I can go back at any point and click Edit at the top right. I can also change the design. Design can be found at the top left hand side. You then have to pop over to Styles on the right hand side. And these are all the styles you can choose from. So I can choose to have my sway scrolling vertically, and I can also choose to have individual slides. So let's change it to vertically. And you can see then I can just scroll through my sway. I can also choose the designs on the right hand side, and there are lots to choose from. You can always see how they're coming together by testing it on the left hand side and scrolling through your sway to see how it looks. You'll also see there's some arrows next to each row of designs where there's more colours to choose from. I'm going to go for something quite plain with some blue text. I can also customise it further by clicking on Customise, where I can change the colours, I can change the font and the text size. You can also use a remix, and the remix is quite useful for younger learners if they're not sure about which design they would like. I can then close the styles at the top right hand side, and then I can click play, again to test how it's going to look in the live environment. So now I have my title, my background image. You can see it's slightly scrolling to give it a nice dynamic look and feel. I can scroll down with my headings coming in dynamically from the side. I've got my images, I've got my background image. You can see it's slightly being cropped automatically by the software, and I've got my text, my information behind each of the heading statements. I also have my embedded video that I can play within the software itself. At any point, I can hover back up to the top right hand side and click edit. When I go back into Storyline to edit my cards, to edit my Sway presentation, I can scroll down, I can continue to add more information by clicking at the bottom and selecting any one of the cards. You'll also notice in Media how I can record my own voice, which is particularly useful for younger learners or for 1+2. You can also embed, and you can actually embed a Sway into a Sway, which is really nice for pulling together lots of sways that are created in your classroom and then having one end product to show for it. You can also share and collaborate on your sways, and we'll have a separate video to outline all the different options that are available.